You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Before you submit that application, Korea's semiconductor startup scene just minted a new unicorn from a 15-year-old company. The government just published its playbook on how AI agents will reshape the job market you're entering. Autonomous driving startups are expanding into paid freight and tourism routes, and that means hiring. And the U.S. just redesigned how it funds research talent. Worth knowing if you're eyeing a research track abroad. It's Thursday, July 23rd. Let's look at what this means for job seekers and graduates in Korea. AIO, a NAND controller design firm founded by former Samsung and SK Hynix engineers, just crossed a trillion won valuation after years out of the spotlight. Korea's Science Ministry released a policy manual mapping how AI agents will affect labor, education, and job security for young workers. At the same time, autonomous driving startups are moving from pilot tests into paid commercial routes across the country. Here's what the numbers show. AIO's valuation jumped to 1.2 trillion won this month, roughly $815 million, 4 times its early year estimate of 200 to 300 billion won. The firm posted 150 billion won in first-half revenue and 45 billion won in operating profit, reversing last year's full-year operating loss of 13.1 billion won. AIO is now preparing a KOSDAQ listing with KB Securities and Shinhan Investment as lead underwriters. Korea's Science Ministry laid out 6 policy priorities on AI agent accountability, data use, and workforce retraining. Autonomous trucking startup MAS Autonomous will start paid freight runs between Busan Port and inland logistics centers in August, scaling toward 10 trailers. Washington redirected part of its $200 billion annual research budget toward individual scientists instead of universities, aiming to speed up AI-driven research. So, what does this mean for job seekers and graduates in Korea? Earlier, we said Korea just minted a new semiconductor unicorn. Here's what that means for you. Fabless chip design firms like AIO are exactly the kind of fast-growing, technically demanding employers where a strong applied engineering background gets noticed quickly. The government's AI agent labor manual signals that entry-level hiring criteria in tech and public policy roles are shifting toward AI literacy over pure credentials. If you're weighing where to apply first, fast-scaling startups in chips and autonomous driving currently look like stronger bets than legacy roles still waiting on policy clarity. That's today's AI Prism, students and grads. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.